Hello, mis queridos lovers. Here we are once again in my channel, Sumaglima TV. And don't forget that I do have a second channel, Sumaglima TV 07, where I do a lot of the reality shows and 100% in Spanish, of course. As you guys know, is my first language, as I am a Latina that lives here in South Florida. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about, you guys know, all of this controversy that's happening. It keeps on happening with P. Diddy and the whole P. Diddy camp and the whole controversy and the whole messiness that has been happening for the last month and a half since P. Diddy's mansions got raided, the one in Beverly Hills and the one here in South Florida and in Star Island also got raided for the reasons that there's a lot of allegations. Let's be realistic. Allegations that they're talking. They have been talking, and the community has been talking for many years. As a former New Yorker, I do remember when the whole thing with Jennifer Lopez and P. Diddy happened at a bar in Manhattan. I remember I was living in the Upper East Side on 92nd and 2nd. And I remember the whole controversy, of course, when Jennifer Lopez was being known worldwide and she was dating Puff Daddy, that it was the Sean Combs. Then he went to Puff Daddy, then P. Diddy. But you guys know who I'm talking about. Madeline, so I do remember watching the news about Jennifer Lopez running from the club that she was in to running away in her car with P. Diddy, where they got stopped like a couple of miles away from the club in Midtown Manhattan. And we all know that they both went to jail. And then she got away. She got out of there really quick because they have no reasons and evidence to keep them both in there. As we both know, that person got a shot in the club in New Yorker, other club, and I remember that club used to be pretty well known. It was not one of my favorite clubs because I have been there before, but as I mentioned to you, it wasn't one of my favorite clubs, but it was an okay club. But it was more for, that kind of environment, and it wasn't my cup of tea, I can tell you that. But anyway, so that has been happening since way back 25 years ago, since P. Diddy and Jennifer Lopez started going out. Allegedly, there are rumors saying that P. Diddy gave Jennifer Lopez the gun to put it in her purse. Allegedly, let's remember that. And I do remember that Jennifer Lopez got out of there, got away really fast out of jail, they gave her the bail bond and she came out really quick. And also Puff Daddy of Beef Diddy, and the poor guy got all messed up, the lady got all, the people that got shot in the club, and they say that they got shot with the gun that P. Diddy gave J-Lo, that J-Lo brought into the club, and then she must have given it to him, of course. So there's a lot of skeletons in the closet between J-Lo, between Puff Daddy, between Jay-Z, between all of these well-known rappers and moguls with, as we all know. And then after all the allegation that has been happening in all of these things, as Mrs. Wright, we all know exactly who she is. All of these scandals that has been happening that is so disturbing, is so nasty, is so absurd, especially when we watch these videos of Justin Bieber being 16 years old, in Puff Daddy being told by Puff Daddy like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while, where have you been, you changed your phone number, when the video prior to that was the video that P. Diddy said that he was gonna keep Justin Bieber in his house for a weekend, that his parents gave in the order of him to stay in P. Diddy's mansion for the weekend where um, literally Puff Daddy was showing off literally and showing Justin Bieber all of these beautiful cars, saying, "Hey, in a year I'm gonna give you this car. In 2 years I'm gonna give you this car." The whole controversy on the nasty things that happened. The poor kid stayed there for 3, 4 days. Who knows what? But who knows what happened? We all know that uh, Justin Bieber got so messed up at a younger age when he was with Selena. He was already had mental problems, taking so much medication, doing so many paraphernalia and all of the stuff. And allegedly, of course, he has a lot of mental problems since that problem that has happened since he went to Puff Daddy. Who knows what other stuff has happened around the entertainment industry, as we all know. Once you belong to them, you're stuck with them. You can't get out of it. And also, it happened with so many other artists that want to become famous, and they ended up in Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Sean Young, Combs' hands because he's a mogul. He knows all the executive and he knows all of these well-known people. So they think, oh, I want to be signed up by Puff Daddy and I want to make it. I want to be famous. As a lot of people want to be famous at that age, you know. And they do whatever they can do that is in their hands to get to the point. A lot of people do, and very little people don't do that. So let's keep that clear. And also, so many other artists that Puff Daddy had under his umbrella and took care of them, but then they all came out messed up. And as you guys know, 50 Cent has spoken many times and spoke on his behalf, saying that Puff Daddy really offered him many times like $50 million to do things that he doesn't like and he doesn't agree, he doesn't enjoy 100%. And do you guys remember at the Shay Shay show where Cat Williams was in the beginning of the year? I made a video about that where Cat Williams throws literally Puff Daddy under the bus and says everything, all the skeletons, as we all know what happened to Cassidy after a 10-year relationship, all the abuse that she had to go through from Puff Daddy, and abusive, mentally, physically, spiritually, that she went through from Puff Daddy. As we all know, that he will force her to be intimate with people that he will hire to do quote unquote, you know, intimacy, allegedly, of course. Let's remember to say allegedly. All the abuse that he did to poor Cassie just because she wanted it to be famous, and all the nasty things that he did to her. That's why when she finally left him last year after 10 years of abuse and all those horrible things that he has done to her, and she filed for over $20 million of a lawsuit, less than 24 hours later, Puff Daddy did a mediation and they closed the case. And yes, Cassie did end up with over $20 million because Puff Daddy didn't want none of that stuff to come out. But well, and then the year before, I believe it was Kim Porter, his wife, that died suddenly, allegedly, for something so stupid that it doesn't make any sense, but let's not get into it now. And then Cassie last year, she won over $20 million against P. Diddy. And now this whole controversy that has happened, that all of these allegations of Puff Daddy doing all of these things with minors, allegedly, once again, allegedly, with minor, and having videos of all of these well-known people, even politicians, singers, actresses going to his house and throwing these lavish parties, and then with all the party supplies, you know what I'm talking about, you know, all of that stuff. And then everybody is doing whatever they want. But it's incredible how nasty, how sick, and how mortified I am of Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Sean Combs. I went to one of his mom's birthday party, Miss Janice Combs, here in South Beach, when I used to model back in the days. I have pictures of her on my Instagram, Sumaglima TV, but I didn't get to see any of that. It was very glamorous, lots of champagne, lots of a lot of stuff, but I'm glad that I didn't get to see him or see any of that nastiness. But it's incredible. I'm gonna keep on posting about this in this channel, Sumaglima TV, and I hope you guys please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and I will really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening.